Assalamu alaikum and welcome to our show, Al Islam and Community Issues. Today we're talking about movie review. We go out and watch movies, make an assessment, and come back and tell you all about it. We have two great hosts today, myself, Brother Benjamin Shabazz, and Brother Julius, or Brother Anwar.
Julius Anwar.
Assalamu alaikum.
Look,
How you doing?
all right.
Good, good. So we're going to open up with giving Allah the praise. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. With the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Ameen. All right, so we have about 10 movies we want to share with you, so we're going to get right into it. So, Brother Julius, you want to start us off?
The first one we got is The Hate You Give, and that was directed by George Tillman Jr. And it's made about $27 million to the date. So it's basically about this girl, Star Carter, played by Amanda Stenberg, and she witnesses her friend Khalil, who's played by Algie Smith, who was in Detroit. She witnesses him get killed by the police, and then the police try to make it look like he was a drug dealer and that it was his fault. And the city is like, it's basically like Ferguson. I think they took that example. So it's like riots and stuff. And yeah, and the name actually is an acronym for Thug Life. The hate you give little infants F's everybody. And who else was in it? Russell Hornsby, and he was in Fences. He plays Star's dad, Maverick Carter, and he's involved in the street life when he was younger, but he teaches his kids like the 10-point program from the Black Panthers. Regina Hall plays the mother, Lisa Carter. She's been in a lot of movies. She's gonna be in Shaft this year, Girl Trip, Think Like a Man. She's been in Scary Movie, The Honeymooners with Cedric the Entertainer and Mike Epps, Paid in Full, Barbershop, and King's Ransom. And The Hate You Give was filmed in Atlanta.
Okay, so is it a family movie?
Yeah, it's a family movie. And I've heard some bad reviews of it, and I think it's because like Star, she lives in the hood, but she goes to private school, and her boyfriend was white. And I think, some brothers didn't like that because they're using Tupac's, some of his ideology in the movie, and then she's going out with a white guy. So I think that's why some people gave it bad reviews.
Is it worth seeing?
Yeah, it's worth seeing.
So what's the socially redeeming message that you got?
I don't want to give away the end, but like, things work out, that's what it was saying. Even though, Khalil lost his life for no reason, but that doesn't mean that everyone has to give up, But so that's what I think. But it's a difficult subject, police killing someone who's not doing anything wrong, and then like, do you not do anything and just keep going and try to preserve yourself, or do you stand up and protest like Kaepernick maybe,
So The Hate You Give, excellent movie, right? You give it an excellent movie rating?
Yeah, it was good. It's more of a kids movie, I felt like.
When you say kids, what you talking about?
It's kind of for teenagers, the way it is. It's
Oh,
like a
oh.
teeny bopper movie.
Okay, okay. So is it a must see?
Not to me, it wasn't the greatest movie, but it was a good movie.
What about the message?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, overall the message was good, but uh, you know, her going out with a white kid, that kind of it's kind of different, you know.
Well, I want to chime in with that.
Okay,
They put her in a white school
right.
for what reason?
To get her out of the hood.
Yeah, because she say in the black school, you either gonna get shot, get high, or something. What she say? Something, get raped or something.
Pregnant or something?
Yeah, pregnant. Yeah.
Right,
In the white school, you're gonna get an education. See,
right,
so the parents were thinking about from that aspect.
right,
So in my experiences in life, anytime you mix, you call yourself trying to keep your child away from the negative influences of the ghetto, so to speak, and you put them in a school, they start to socialize with white people.
yeah,
You know, and once you start socializing with people, then there's going to be that interaction between the male and the female.
right,
You understand what I'm saying?
right. But I think that was like a third of the movie, you know, was that relationship. You know.
Okay, yeah, but they also had the things in there, but because she had white girlfriends
Yeah,
and Asian girlfriends, you know, and there was some deep interaction there,
right,
which I thought, to me, the movie was highlighting some of the ways that non-African American people think about the African American experience.
right,
And she was kind of like being in defense of that, you know, because one of her best friends, the white girl, was talking about fried chicken, you know. And she said, "What you talking about? You know, what you mean?" And she said, "Oh, you know, like she didn't mean nothing to buy it, but it was still offensive."
right,
And some of those interactions, those scenes were showing that I will say the innocence of how white people view us and some of the mistakes they make in their language. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, she was saying how when she go to the white school, everybody want to talk black, or when they get around her, you know,
right,
and all that kind of crazy stuff.
right, right,
So for me, that I thought that was very beneficial to expose that, to expose that, because she wasn't trying to be white, you know,
right,
but at the same time, she was interacting. Socialization is important because you can socialize in a situation, and you make friends. You start going over each other's homes. You know, you're doing homework together, and other things can creep in that you don't expect to be creeping in. So hence the white boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she would have to go to school with an adult mindset to say, I'm not gonna deal with no white boys, you know,
right.
and be able to control that. But anyway, The Hate You Give, is it still out?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. It's a family movie. It's worth seeing. It's worth seeing. It has a lot of good messages in it. Want to move on?
yeah, yeah. We don't have much time.
Go ahead.
So another movie I saw was Transfiguration. It was written and directed by Michael O'Shea. It was his first movie. I believe it came out 2017, so last year, and it's a vampire movie, but it's different because it's not like the vampire can live forever. You know, it's not that. It's not. It's more like a pathology where you like develop a thirst for blood. It was that kind of movie, and so the main character in the movie is Milo, who's played by Eric Ruffin, and his mom passed away, and so his brother is raising him, and uh, he gets he develops a taste for blood, and it shows you in the movie. And so he's doing robberies and stuff, but in like he got involved like killing little animals, you know, and he meets a girl in his building and she's white, so this comes up in this movie too.
Oh, so wait a minute. You saying the brother is it's a brother?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's in the hood in New York, and like they show him going to counseling, and the counselor is asking him, does he think about hurting animals and stuff, right? And people are like teasing him, like, you know, and the gangs harass him, so he's kind of like outcast. And he meets this girl, Sophie, played by Chloe Levine, and they develop a relationship. So this movie actually was nominated in 2016 for the Cannes Award for Golden Cinema and Uncertain Regard Award, and it won for the Dublin International Film Festival the Jury Award. So it's pretty deep, you know. Like he's trying to like navigate through the hood, and then he's doing dirt by himself, and like the gangs are harassing him, and his brother is telling him that he can't protect him from the gangs because it's his brother's friends, but he doesn't hang out with them anymore. And so like the dilemma is like, how can he rectify the evil he's doing? Because it's really graphic, and I don't want to give away the movie.
So is his girlfriend a vampire?
No, she's not. He doesn't turn her into a vampire.
So how did he get turned into a vampire?
It's like it was like a mental thing, basically. Like he just developed a taste for blood. You know, it's not like Dracula. It's not like that.
So did he ever attack people?
Yeah, yeah,
And would he bite him on the neck?
yeah, yeah.
And then did he kill him or what?
Well, I mean, you never saw him again after that. And he would rob him also.
So in the vampire movies, when the Dracula would bite him, they would become his slaves.
Right, right.
So did that happen?
Uh, you have to watch it. That's what I would recommend for people
Okay.
to check it out. It's a different slant on the
Okay.
classic vampire movie.
Okay. It's a family movie.
No.
Um, what's the socially redeeming message?
His brother says, and his brother was played by Aaron Moulton. His brother's name was Lewis, and he said that there's people doing a lot worse than you're doing, right? So it's basically the thing of you have to do the right thing, you know, even when everybody around you it isn't. That's what I think the message is. But the way they convey that message is harsh, you know. It's a graphic movie.
Oh, so worth seeing?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. All right. What's the next thing you got?
Venom.
Cause we may have to do 2 shows.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead on.
Venom.
Yeah.
So Venom, the star of the movie was Tom Hardy. And he plays Eddie Brock in Venom. And Tom Hardy was actually Bane in the Batman movie, Dark Knight Rises, I think. You remember that one? The one with the mask on his face?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was Bane.
He was Bane. Huh? Bane was built up though.
Right, right.
This dude wasn't built.
Well, I mean,
That's just how they did it.
if
huh?
you work out, you know,
You'll get built. Huh?
he might have lost his yoke. And Michelle Williams was in it. She was in Manchester by the Sea. That won an Oscar. Riz Ahmed, and he was in Rogue One, and he was in one of the Bourne movies. Woody Harrelson made a cameo, and the budget for this movie was 100 million, and I think domestically it's made 208 million, and globally it's made 700 million. And basically, Venom is about Eddie Brock, who's like an investigative reporter, and he goes into this research facility. He sneaks in there, and he's like in the facility. They're taking homeless people and experimenting on them with like an alien symbiote, but it's not. The symbiote is rejecting the people, and it ends up getting in Eddie Brock, the news reporter, and it bonds with him, and he doesn't die, but other people are dying, and so it's like basically he's trying to get away from Riz Ahmed's character Carlton Drake, and I thought that was Tony Stark's when it started, but it's not. It's another character, and he gets the symbiote gets on him, and that's Riot, and so he's trying to get away from Carlton Drake because they want to bring him in back to the facility, and he's just going around doing all kind of stuff, and it's like he's fighting against the symbiote, but the symbiote is also helping him, so it's pretty out there, the movie, because the symbiote actually comes from outer space, and some of them want to take over Earth, but the Venom doesn't. Venom kind of just wants to be on his own, but he wants to protect people, kind of like, you know. You saw it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was a nice little action fantasy creature movie.
Yeah.
And it's that's a Marvel character too, isn't it?
Yes.
Venom,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I thought Venom was like Spider-Man when he goes rogue, but I guess from this movie I figured out it's not. But he has the same suit as Spider-Man. Just like a skin suit,
Ain't it all black?
Yeah, his is all black, but there's a Spider-Man that's all black too.
Okay. So one of the critical scenes to me was in the beginning when the business execs was touring the
facility.
touring the facility of this high-tech facility, and the leader of it was giving them the tour.
Right.
So
That's Carlton Drake.
I thought he was Indian.
Yeah, but
That's his name?
that's his name in the movie.
Okay. So he was asking questions to the little group because they had children in some of the groups, right? And he asked a little African American girl. He said the girl answered his question, and he complimented her, right? And said, "One day you will be a leader in science." I mean, that kind of like stuck out with me, right? How he zeroed in on her and talked about her scholarship,
Right.
And then he was called away. So he called a little girl up front and told her she was in charge, and then that whole scene went into something else.
Right.
So to me that was kind of like a kind of a subliminal message, talking to us in particular. It was real powerful. But that whole scene could pass you by completely, because Jamil brought it to my attention. Then I seen the movie again, and I saw it clearly then. It just jumped right out at you. The fact that the creature was all black and existed in a white body, is something too to think about. Uh, the fact that the evil business mogul was an East Indian and dark. What was his name again?
Carlton Drake.
Yeah. And if you think about it, there's a lot of East Indians over here in tech in the tech industry. You know, and Microsoft, Amazon. I mean, that's all they do is this tech stuff. So for me, I think it's a must see if you want some entertainment.
Right.
You
Yeah,
know?
it was a good movie.
Yeah, it was. You know, they had Stan Lee do his little cameo because he do a cameo in all his movies, all the Marvel movies.
And he passed away.
Yeah, but 93.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So Venom, family.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
older kids, you know.
Well, they had a lot of youngsters in there that was
They did.
affected by Venom. You know,
Right.
that was walking around. Must see.
Mm, it's not a must see, but it's a good movie,
Yeah,
I would say.
very entertaining.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's move on. You got something? You got something next?
That's all I got.
Okay. Fahrenheit 11/9. That's another Michael Moore movie. And 11, like he made a movie called Fahrenheit 9/11. This one was Fahrenheit 11/9, which it was when Trump was elected. So it's an excellent movie. It's a documentary, and it helps wake us up if we're asleep. You know, and that's kind of stuff that he does. Period.
Didn't they say Trump told him not to make a movie about him? I saw something.
He might have. Maybe that's why he made it deliberately. Some of the things that they were revealing was things like Flint, Michigan. You know, that's where they had the bad water, and the people in the government knew about the bad water. You know, and they were having bottled water sent to them to drink, but they were letting it go on to the general population. So the government in Flint was undermined and disbanded, and the special management team took over. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, it's little things like that we don't really pay attention to because it's not blasted in the news all the time, you know. But the people that you elect to put in office, like for city council and things like that, they were all disbanded. And a special outside team came in to run Flint, Michigan. You know, things like this is what he talks about, see. So if you into stuff like that, this is a must-see movie. All of Michael Moore's movies are really must-see movies. If you're not into stuff like that, and you get a chance to see it, see it. And if you don't get a chance to see it in the studio, in the theaters, get the DVD. You know, so I would recommend that you do that. Fahrenheit 11/9. Any questions?
No.
I got the next one is Night School. Did you hear about Night School with Kevin Hart and
Yeah.
Tiffany Haddish?
Yeah.
What'd you think? Did you see
I
it?
didn't see it.
Oh man. Well, I'm gonna give you my rundown on it. It's just another Coon movie. You remember Soul Plane? Coon, yeah. Coon, remember Soul Plane?
Yeah, yeah.
Girls Trip?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I talked to some people about it and they say they enjoyed it. You know, so I don't understand. It's a movie you can go see and get some laughs out of, but the whole thrust of the movie is to disrespect black people. You know, portray our women as loose, ready to have sex with the first person they see, you know, getting high, getting drunk, a whole lot of cussing, a whole lot of cussing, a whole lot of cussing. You know, and the whole thing is kind of like demoralizing us to the point that when people that don't know anything about black people watch that movie and they think we just fools and stupid. So that's then it advanced the gay agenda, and disrespect for the black man by the black woman, all that's in there, you know. But it was a blockbuster. And you know, that name is kind of sinister when they say blockbuster. What does that mean? You know, it means like busting your head wide open. This the block, you know, is busting your head wide open with the decimation of the black man by the black woman. And Tiffany Haddish plays that role perfectly. And people laughing and joking and stuff, but one of the problems that we have in our society is there's no respect for the black man. There's no respect for the black man by the black woman or the black child. There's no respect for the black man by the police or the outward society. It's a colonization movie, you know. It's what I mean by colonization is like the beauty in the movie is a super light-skinned sister. These movies go all over the world telling the story of black hatred. Black people worldwide bleaching their skin and hating their features. You know, so they're presenting this as the ideal black person is a light-skinned black person. You know what I'm saying? So all that's intertwined in the movie. But we run out of time, so we're gonna do a part 2 of this and hope that we can help you make up your mind about some of these movies that you want to see. We thank you for watching. Assalamu alaikum. All right. Yeah, so did you hear anything about night school?
Not too much.
Did you read up on it? It's sad, man. What about Soul Blade?
Yeah, I saw that.
What did you think about that?